Hey lovely people, it's your girl Fadeke here from the Flo Journal. I'm going to be sharing my top 10 favorite movies of 2025. This year was great for movies. If you're a lover of all things film, TV show recommendations and reviews, give me a follow. At number 10, we have the film All of You, futuristic romance film starring Brett Goldstein and Imogen Potts. Would you trust science to match you with the love of your life? Or would you take things into your own hands? This is a topic that this film explores. Following Simon and Laura, best friends since university, their friendship starts to unravel when Laura decides to take a soulmate test from a science-based matchmaking service, and she ends up finding her soulmate. And we find out during this film that Simon has been in love with Laura all along, but he's been suppressing this love. At number 9 is Weapons. For someone that is not a horror fan, I was pleasantly surprised that I enjoyed this film. I was hooked from the beginning to the end, and I loved the ending, especially with what happened to the villain. I found it more comedic than scary. There was obviously some jump scares and some gruesome moments. At number 8, a film that I watched earlier this year is One of Them Days, featuring Keke Palmer and SZA. And this was, I believe, SZA's like a debut. I felt like they had great chemistry on screen, both Keke Palmer and SZA, and I would love to see them more in like future films. And apparently I think there's going to be a sequel to One of Them Days, so I'm looking forward to that. Number 7, I have Love Brooklyn. This was a really good film. Like, I am a lover girl at heart. The film follows the character Roger, who's a writer, and he got 2 women in his life. He's dealing with his ex, who he's still friends with, but obviously there's still feelings there, and also his current lover, who is a like widow and single mother, and right now they're casual. On the backdrop of that, we're dealing with like the changes of their beloved city, Brooklyn. At number 6, I have Head Up. Tessa Thompson, you deserve all the flowers, yeah? Your performance in this film was chef kiss. She played this messy lady, dealing with this lady in the 1950s, living in England, married to a rich man who she's not really in love with, and she is still like holding on to her former lover, who's a woman. She invites that former lover to this housewarming party, and things go left. Number 5, I have The Long Walk. Hard to watch, but it's a really good film. Essentially, got these young boys, they sign up for this competition where they have to walk for a long time. If they stop, they get shot. If you watch Hunger Games, it's given that kind of vibe, and I love the themes of like friendship and brotherhood. David Johnson, come to the front. This year was a great year for David Johnson. 40 Acres is on my number 4. This film was a hidden gem. I feel like it was not talked about enough during this year. I did not see that many reviews about this film, but it was so good. Danielle Deadweiler, she did her thing as the lead in this film, but the whole cast gave good performance. It's kind of a dystopian world, famine situation, and this family, this Black and Indigenous family, are trying to survive. They have their own farm, and they're trying to like keep themselves away from like the outside world, but then the outside world are trying to get them and try to steal their resources, so they, of course they have to defend themselves. At number 3, I have One Battle After Another. This action-packed film, especially love that car chase scene, the way that it was shot, and also I want to give a shout out to Tiana Taylor, guys. Even though she wasn't in the film for that the whole period of the film, when she was on screen, she made an impact. And of course, the rest of the cast did their thing. Leo, Regina Hall, Sean Penn, Chase, this was her debut. Number 2, I have The Rental Family, another film that I got to watch during the BFI Film Festival. Like a warm hug, this film. It follows this actor who lives in Tokyo, and he gets this job where he essentially has to perform roles in people's lives. So whether that's being like a fake husband, a friend, for people who may be experiencing loneliness or having to live like a double life. It's a wholesome movie that kind of highlights the need for human connection. I really loved it. And at number one, it could only be this film. No other film could top this. Not just on my top list, this is the film of the year.
I said what I said, and always. I'm not changing on it, okay?
Ryan Coogler, come to the front. Michael B. Jordan, come to the front. Miles, come to the front. Remy, come to the front. The whole cast, come to the front. The soundtrack, amazing. The film, amazing. The plot, the messages, the themes, everything was spot on, no notes. I watched this film twice. I love this film so much. This film made me excited about going to the cinema and experiencing being among fellow film lovers. So those are my top 10 favorite movies of 2025. There were some movies that I didn't get a chance to watch. So if there's any films that you would recommend for me to watch, let me know down in the comments. I want to know your top 3 favorite movies of 2025.